Hello students, in this current semester I am going to discuss with you the subject digital signal processing, code is EC503. Before going to the in detail of that subject digital signal processing, first let me explain what is the significance of that name digital signal processing. That means you have to know what is signal, what is digital and what is processing. What is signal? Signal, here you can see this is one signal where the signal amplitude is varying with time. This is your analog signal. So we can say that signal is a physical quantity which varies with time or any other independent variable. Here you can see time t is the independent variable, depends on which the signal amplitude is varying. Now the next thing is that what is digital signal? Digital signal is a signal in which the signal is discrete both in time and amplitude. Now how we can get the digital signal? That means digital signal is not naturally available or directly available. Directly available signal is this type of signal, that is the analog signal. From that signal we have to make it digital. How we can do that? From analog signal we can take the different samples like that by maintaining the sampling theorem. From that samples we can get the digital signal by quantization. What is quantization? Quantization is the process by which we can assign the different labels to the amplitude of that signal, that means that analog signal, and then approximating the different samples like that, these samples or these samples, approximating to the nearest level, this level. So here you can see there are 5 levels. So these levels are the quantization level. Here you can see in the sampling these 3 samples having the different amplitudes. But here you can see that these 3 samples having the same amplitude. That means you can see these 3 samples are approximated to the nearest quantization level, that means this quantization level. So you can get the same amplitude, and in that way other samples will be also approximated to the nearest quantization level. So this is your digital signal. Now you have to know what is processing, that means what is signal processing. What is signal processing? That means if we apply a signal to the input of a system, depending on the characteristics of that system, we will get the output. That is called the signal processing. And in signal processing, a signal is a function that conveys information about the phenomenon. Now we are coming to the other examples of that signal. Here you can see this is one sinusoidal signal which is generated from the moving any object to the periphery of a circle. As it moves with the periphery of that subject, so at different time it will create different angle to that center of that circle, and depending on the different phase of the angle it will vary, and if it connect with a solid line it will create a sinusoidal signal. So now you can see when it starts from here 0, it is also start from 0. When it goes into the maximum, it goes to the maximum. When it goes to the 0 level again, it goes to the 0 level again. When it comes to the negative 1, the maximum negative, it will come to the maximum negative peak here. And when it comes to the 0, again it comes back to the 0. So in this way one sinusoidal signal is generated. Now how we can get the digital signal from that sinusoidal analog signal? Now you can see after taking the sampling and doing the quantization, we are getting the different samples. These are the samples. Now how we can do the process of that signal? Here it is. You can see we can find the different frequency component of that signal or of that signal after applying the Fourier transform of that signal. That means we can get the different frequency component of that signal in the frequency domain. So this is the process signal. So this is your signal processing. This is your different frequency components. So now we have to go for the question, what is digital signal processing? Digital signal processing is a process of analyzing a signal by which we can enhance the efficiency of that signal or the efficiency of that signal performance. Now you can see this is one signal which looks like completely a noise signal. But if we do some process on that signal, or if we do the process of the signal, we will get a different information. That means if we apply the Fourier transform on that signal, we will get this type of spectrum. That means it indicates that, let me take the pen. So okay, so this is one spectrum, this is another spectrum. In this way we will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spectrum. That means it indicates that this signal consists of 5 different frequency components with different amplitudes. So this is your process signal. That means this process signal will only be available after doing the processing on that signal. That processing is called the signal processing. Now the big question is that why we study this subject. That means why we study that digital signal processing. Students, you should obviously generate that queries within you before going to study or before going to learn any subject. Why we learn this subject or why we study this subject. And another thing is that where we can apply it. But that thing is that after learning that subject, where we can apply the specific area. So first of all, let me explain the first question, why we study the digital signal processing. First of all, nowadays you can see any type of communication or any type of processing is done through the help of the digital technique. So for that, as we have to require the digital technique, so digital signal processing is very necessary to learn. Another thing is that the accuracy in the digital signal processing or the digital processing is very high. That means error is very low. And we can also say that the probability of introducing the noise is very less also. And that can be controlled, and that can be under the control of the user. We can minimize it. But we cannot make it 0, but we can minimize to approximate to the 0. So that's why digital signal processing is very necessary. Again I am repeating, digital signal processing is very necessary because noise introducing probability is very less, error is very less, obviously the accuracy is very high. And the next thing is that the implementation process is very cheap. I am coming to that point in sometime later. Before that, I have to explain another point. As when we are implementing the digital process or the digital system, it depends not only depends on the digital hardware. It also depends on some programs or some programmable software. So once we implement the digital hardware and the programmable software, when its modification is required, hardware changes or the hardware modification is not required. By only changing the programs or the software part, we can process that other signals or we can process the other thing also. So that's why it is cheaper to implement, and it is very important thing that the digital processor can be implemented in a small size. So that's why it is very necessary to learn. And another thing is that several filters need in several boards in analog system, but whereas in digital system, same DSP processor is used for the many filters. So just by changing the programs or code, we can use that same processor for the different purpose. So that's why these are the reasons why we have to learn the digital signal processing. So again I am repeating, the thing is that nowadays everything depends on the digital, so that's why it's required, and the most important thing is that noise is very less, accuracy is very high, as the error is very low. That's why digital signal processing is very important. Now the next question is where we can apply the idea of the DSP. That means after learning the DSP concept, where we can apply. The thing is that in image processing we can apply, in speech compression and expansion for the use of radio voice communication we can apply, in speech recognition we can apply, in signal analysis we can apply, in PCM technique, that is which is used for the telecommunication system, we can apply. How we can apply? That means in PCM the analog system is converted into different samples, and then each and every sample is coded with the combination of 1 and 0 after doing the quantization. So the digital signal processing can be applied for the telecommunication system with the help of pulse code modulation technique. We can also apply it for the high-speed modem data communication using the pulse mode modulation system such as FSK, QAM, quadrature amplitude modulation, like that. So these are the reason, these are the area where we can apply the DSP. Thank you.